Hello guys, Sence in this big nose. Hey you, and today I would like to welcome you at my new studio in Sargeras. As you can see behind me, we have even Argus behind us still because time flows differently in the Nether, and the rift lid opened obviously led also to Outland, but it's not the case why I am welcoming you in my new studio in Outland in Sargeras. I'm going to share a revelation with you because I've realized one thing. Varimathras' prophecy slowly becomes true. That's right. So join with me on a tinfoil crusade, what actually Varimathras said, and why I think it comes true. Okay?
So, your alliance still endures. Longer than I expected, though she has already planted the seeds of its downfall. She is patient, that one. When your thrones run red with betrayal, when your holy places burn, and the shattered mask hangs above your hearth, only then will you know. And it will be too late. It matters not. You are blind to the true darkness closing in around you.
As my proper editing skills probably let you know, we are starting with the Alliance. So your pathetic alliance still endures longer than I expected. He obviously considers alliance to be pathetic, and in his eyes it should have fallen long ago. Though she has already planted the seeds of its downfall. Now, here we will stop. Who could plant the seeds of alliance's downfall? Like, people say it was Jaina, but why would she do that? She's still for the alliance. She's now for the alliance more than ever before, and don't forget that Varimathras left Azeroth after Wrath of the Lich King, or during Wrath of the Lich King. He doesn't know about the whole Terramore shit show. And also, the Terramore shit show still didn't turn her against the Alliance. So, unless he can actually prophesize the future, which I don't think is the case, then it's not Jaina. Other thing people strongly theorize about is that he speaks about Sylvanas. But how would she do that? We know why would she do that, because she hates the Alliance. But how? That's the true question. Because she doesn't have any agent within the Alliance. Like, Valera Sanguinar, although she's a blood elf, she's not loyal to the Horde. She acts completely on her own. She couldn't be used by Sylvanas, or she could be used by Sylvanas because she was delivering the correspondence between Pain and Anduin, but that was cut down. So, if it's not Jaina or Sylvanas, who could that be? Well, obviously it's Azshara. Why would you even ask that question? Oh, isn't that obvious? Come on, people, you don't read between the lines. Let me explain. Azshara has big problem with the Horde and the Alliance. Why? Because they always intervene with her plans. Either it's Horde soldiers that are slacking around whenever Naga attacks, or those are Alliance army which is striking her down. It makes sense that she wants to take down the Horde and the Alliance. And now, let us remind one wise Pandaren innkeeper. That guy at the end of Pandaria Legendary quest chain told Rathian one important thing. They are strong because of one another. The Horde cannot be strong without the Alliance and vice versa. So, if Azshara planted seeds of Alliance's downfall somehow, and Alliance will fall down, the Horde will grow weak. One army will be taken away, another army will be weak. And so, Azshara will have free table to play her games. Azshara also fits on that another part of this dialogue, and that's the she's patient, that one. Because she's pretty fucking patient. Like, she was slacking around for 10,000 fucking years. Tell me what is more patient. She was free, unlike Illidan, who was locked in a prison. And she just chose to wait. But wait for what? Who knows? But Ajara also fits on the translated part, which was such a big problem when the translation, I think it was the German one, ends with elf instead of one. And we know that Ajara was Night Elf, and she pretty much always shows also in her Night Elven form. Mind blown, right? When your thrones run red with betrayal. This is where the problem begins. Many people say it's all Sylvanas. But how could she betray anyone from the Alliance? Betrayal comes from someone who you trust, and the Alliance doesn't trust Sylvanas. So how could Sylvanas betray the Alliance? That makes zero sense. Because if they don't trust her, she cannot betray them, because betrayal is something you don't expect. It's like backstabbing. You have to get behind the person's back and then you can do that. Thing. Yeah? You get me. So we must take a look on someone who is from the Alliance, or someone who is very close to the Alliance. Especially take a look on Kultiras, on Lady Ashway. Why? Well, she was a really close friend of Catherine Proudmoore. But after the death of Dalen Proudmoore, Priscilla Ashwain decided that Catherine is too weak to rule Kultiras, and she eventually allied with Ajara and decided to backstab, to betray Catherine. Yeah, pretty mind-blowing. One throne almost ran red with the betrayal because, spoiler alert, but I guess that I also edited in the spoiler alert at the start of the video, but still a spoiler alert. She almost succeeds with killing Catherine. But again, almost. Which brings us to another problem. It says thrones. Plural. So we need at least one another throne. But why only one? We can talk about three other thrones. The thrones in the Ironforge. The Council of Three Hammers. But there is that one problem. That the dwarves, all three clans, are now more united than ever before. All three clans stick together, especially after the awakening of Magni, and they are now really united. So, with the throne in Darnassus, which never existed, kinda taken out of the consideration, we have two more thrones, Gilneas and Stormwind. Could there be any sort of drama between Anduin and Greymane? Like hell it could. Could it end up in Greymane betraying Anduin and Anduin eventually executing Greymane? Hear me out. Let's get our hot invisible tin foreheads on, okay? And let's get into that. So, how could this possibly play out? Simply. Anduin orders Greymane to, let's say, not completely wipe out that one village. Don't kill anyone. Let's just take it over because it's farmer village and we could use it and all that kind of shit. But Greymane loses his temper, he kills everyone, and later on Anduin confronts him. And it will be kinda like the scenario from Game of Thrones, where Robb Stark executed that one guy for doing something not exactly honorable, some shit like that, and then the throne will run red with the betrayal because Gilneas' throne will be gone, Manduin will betray Greymane, and Greymane will betray Manduin, and will be like a kind of shit. It would cause some drama in the Alliance, and simply thrones would run red with the betrayal. So, my possible guess for this one will be this little shit show plus Ashway. Now let's take our half invisible tinfoil hats off. And let's move on. When your holy places burn. Come on, guys. and shattered mask hangs above your heart. Well, that one is tricky. My personal guess was Siege of Orderon, but as Orderon gets completely fucked up, I will play a little bit more tinfoil shit. Kalia Mannerville. That's right. She's an undead now. Lightforge undead, but she is undead. And in Before the Storm, we have learned that she still views Forsaken as her people, although she is not their ruler. With all those possibilities, Sylvanas may leave the Horde and the Forsaken behind, or that she may get killed, or simply part of the Forsaken will organize a coup against Sylvanas and desert the Alliance under Kalia's leadership. Then, the Shattered Mask will hang above the Alliance's hearts. Only then they will know, and it will be too late. So what should you take away from this one? Kalia Mannerville will bring all Forsaken or portion of the Forsaken into the Alliance, and then they will know when it will be too late. You know, there is some big evil scheme going on, and I think Sylvanas is not part of it. Not of this one. Because she has her own schemes going on. But there is one thing that was kinda going on in my head, and that's how could Varimathras know about all of this? He spent some time on Azeroth, and he was not exactly loyal to the Banshee Queen. But before I get any further, let's talk about when we have first seen Dreadlords pop up in the story. They were smoking the void on all god-infested planets. It is very plausible that Varimathras got into contact with the old gods when he was around. Maybe as a Legion spy, or maybe as a traitor, who knows? Or maybe old gods contacted him and presented him with this master plan. All in all, Varimathras knew about this huge scheme and he presented it us. Now, on to the Horde.
So, she found me at last. Sent her underlings to finish the job. Tell me, when she seized your throne of hides and bones, was your allegiance forced? No, I'd wager you surrendered it willingly, or were convinced you did. It matters not. You are blind to the darkness in your midst.
You know, when I was writing the script, sort of, for this Horde part, I have realized one thing. That we are all short-sighted idiots. I wanted to talk about how this one will be short, because it's pretty straightforward and Varimathras thinks too much about himself. But I wanted to end it with a line that Sylvanas had nothing to do with events on Argus. Shit. Because how would he know that she became a war chief? As I said previously, he wasn't much loyal to her, but that doesn't change the fact she thought he was loyal to her, and most likely knew many and many and many of her plans. And if she could be running like some sort of almighty scheme, and in this moment, it snapped in my head. Because back then, Sylvanas couldn't know that Thrall would step out as the leader of the Horde and he would go for probably like finding a wife and start a husband's life, I guess. And that Garrosh would step up and that he would die and Vol'jin would take the mantle of leadership and die to Felp poison. Sylvanas couldn't possibly know that. Unless this all is part of Sargeras' plan. You know, the whole deal between Like Sargeras trying to kill all life in the universe to end all possibilities for the Void to win, and Sylvanas serving the true enemy of the Void, serving the dead, and Argus being the Titan of Death, and all this shit led to one thing in my mind. You know, when Vol'jin got backstabbed and inflicted with spell poison, Sargeras could take advantage of it. He already was in contact with Sylvanas through Argus, who is the Titan of Death, and possibly has some connection to the Shadowlands, which also does to Sylvanas. And he swept her on her side and whispered Vol'jin that he should point out Sylvanas' war chief, and after he was imprisoned and war against the Legion ended, she was supposed to start a new war. All in Sargeras' name. Of course, in secrecy. Sylvanas doesn't know that. She doesn't know she's manipulated by Sargeras, or Argus to an extent. She doesn't know that the plan to kill Malfurion Stormrage and eventually burn the fucking tree, that it's all comes from Sargeras, because the trees have some importance. I have spoken about it in my Ilgen video, a link to that is in the description. I hope so, at least. You know, I really think that Sylvanas unwillingly works for Sargeras, and that's the whole point. Keep in mind that the first moment we will see fucking demons popping up on the side of the Horde, I will tell you, I told you so. Okay? So the Horde one points to Sylvanas working for Sargeras. I should have put my tinfoil hat on. So let me repeat the thing. The Horde one means that Sylvanas works for Sargeras. So guys, if you have liked this video, give it a like. If you have disliked this video, give it a dislike. And of course, use the comment section below, tell me how crazy I actually am thinking that Sylvanas works for Sargeras, okay? And of course, if you have liked this video so much that you would like to see my other and future speculation, then subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and be happy. If you want to support me somehow, spread the word that I exist. Also make sure that you will check on my Twitch account. I'm trying to stream, let's say, twice or thrice per week, because, well, I have still a holiday and I want to make the most of it as I can, because once the university starts again, I will be slightly fucked up. Of course, link to my Twitch account is down in the description. And well guys, with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my rambling and tinfoil shit and my special office in the fucking Sargeras with Argus in the background, because #Blizzard. And I will see you somewhere in the future. Bye bye.